What's up, guys? I'm the Black One here, and here we go with another Mass Effect episode. Last episode we had a really cool conversation with Rex and Ashley, so we're gonna keep talking to people.
You said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute.
Uh-oh.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Sorry, I totally did.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Wow, she's all jealous and whatnot. Looks like we're gonna have a feud on our hands.
Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Wow, ouch.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters.
Wow.
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Ouch. I should whip her back in line, is what I should do.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Gotcha. Okay, so continue the story.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Interesting.
You said all of your sisters learned
What about the
self-defense?
self-defense thing?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Wow. What about you, though?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand-to-hand.
Nice. Nice.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Oops.
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't
We'll
like
just
it. Abby
skip
decided to They
that.
did great things to her figure, though.
You traveled all
Oops,
the way
my
home
bad.
to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Nice. Nice. I would pay to see that. Maybe not pay, because it's an unfortunate happening, but I would like to see that.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before,
Nice.
not after.
I like her sister.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart.
Oh, man.
Much have I seen and
She turned to
known.
poetry now.
Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
What's this crap? I'll have to do a Renegade playthrough one of these days. That would be really funny.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Excuse me.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Nice.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
Yeah, sure he is.
You mean from
Wow,
wherever
this
we
long,
go after death?
long conversation here.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Nope.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Cool.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Wow, that was a long conversation. Holy cow. Let's talk to Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
He's
You've
my
been to
favorite.
CSEC
Or
a
second
while.
favorite. Or
Have you
favorite.
seen
I
much
don't
action?
know. He's one of my favorites.
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Okay, elaborate.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
This is
I was
gonna be a
tasked
good
with
one.
Tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless. Nothing I needed to pursue. But during
Okay.
the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs.
Uh-oh.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
That'd be wonder if that actually happens. I bet you that actually happens.
You've seen this before on
Somewhere.
the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
Wow.
But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
What? Excuse me?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000
Jeez.
credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So keep going with the story. This is way
did
better
you do
than
about the
Williams.
geneticist?
Williams' story.
I brought in some
way
of the
better.
employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing? What kind of interviewing? Like brutally beating them? Interviewing?
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
What? Maybe he was, like, doubling them inside of these employees.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good.
Weird.
Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Seriously?
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
Garrus got really quiet right there.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Ah, I see. That is unfortunate.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Tough choice. Very true.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Me too. That was a good story, though. That was way better
I gotta go.
than Williams.
Commander.
Williams, you need to learn better stories. Garrus, you're badass. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go up. I would be very surprised if you guys, if anybody has watched the episode this far. I basically talked to 2 people, and it's almost time for the episode to be over. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna go ahead and look at the galaxy map and see where we're off to next. Loading. The Mass Effect 1 engine is so much slower. What? Nice hairdo, buddy. Nice. Anyway, let's see.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top
Oh.
priority clearance.
Okay. Who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Okay, we're gonna go do this real quick. Well, hopefully it's real quick. Let's see.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Thank you. Finally some help from these guys.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
Okay, fair
We
enough.
currently have several
I
infiltration
agree.
units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Okay,
What did they find?
keep going.
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important.
Okay.
Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from
Vermeer.
the planet Vermeer.
Thank you. That is a big help. Really
I'll look into
honestly is.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Cool. Well, that was exciting. And with that, I am going to end the episode. We will head to Vermeer eventually. We have one more planet to go to, I believe. But yeah, we'll get going on that next episode. Thanks for watching Mass Effect, as always, and my LPs as always, and I'll see you next time. Oh. Make sure you check out the community website. It's linked below. Check it out. Just check it out. Maybe sign up. Who knows? I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.